We're back, everyone, and I'm gonna just move the camera over to my Dutch oven. Take the lid off, put it down for a second, put it down right there, with the side. Clean up some of the water spillage there was. Throw that away. And what we're gonna do is just start putting in our canola oil. That's not enough. We're going to need a lot more. Get a piece of paper towel and fish something out that's in there. And we're good. No, I just touched the oil. Unfortunately, my hands are a little slippery, so I can't open this as easily. What I'm going to use is a random napkin. I'll get over here so that I can grip the oil and open it. Like so. There we go. Put my napkin and oil to the side. Oil cap to the side. And pour my canola oil into pour my a lot of canola, this jug of canola oil, into my container. And get out my thermometer. This is the thermometer that I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using this for checking the temperature of the oil, and I'm going to start heating it now. I'm heating my oil. I'm going to heat this to around 375 to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. However, I recommend heating it a little higher initially. And the reason I say this is because when we're going to put in our fries, the temperature of the oil is going to plummet precipitously. It's going to go down it's going to go down to a much lower temperature. So we want our oil to be hotter so that we can properly fry our fries at the correct temperature, rather than an artificially lower temperature. And as our oil heats, our fries chill, which I find is kind of poetic. So we'll just put our lid on, start putting the vent on. And this oil is going to heat up. And it's very important that you keep watch over this. Even though it's going to take a little while to heat up, you don't want to forget that you have hot oil here. Move my paper to the side and start preparing our next step. Take my lid off for a second, side, and then we'll check our oil temperature. We're heating up. Now as we wait for this to heat up, I'm just going to take a double check of our fries in the fridge. Going out there nicely. A little chilling as in resting and chilling as in getting colder. That's exactly what we need. So when we try to make our perfect French fry, what we actually want is a nice, soft, and fluffy interior, but a really crispy outside. And to get that, we're going to do our secret technique of frying it twice. So what we're going to do is we're going to fry, we're going to first partly fry our fries for 50 seconds to a minute, and we're going to get our soft, fluffy interior, partially cooking the potato, not fully cooking it, and then when we do our second fry, we're going to get our golden appearance. Now, I got the 50 minute to a minute idea from Ethan Chiblowski. I'm not sure if I pronounced his name correctly. I just saw it in one of his videos. I'm not going to be using his exact recipe for fries, but I'm going to be doing something. Similar. So credit to him for that. Open that up. Take a look. This is taking slower than I expected to heat up, though on the outsides we're getting a little more success. Put the flame up a little hotter. This is actually the perfect time because as our oil is heating, our fries are chilling, as I said earlier. Wait for this to we're just gonna wait for this to heat up. So I'll leave this to go for a little while. But what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to start cutting up my onions. Because part of the Philly cheesesteak is the onions that we're going to put on. So what I'm going to do is just wheel my trusty camera over here and then start dicing my onions. Cut off the bottom, cut off the top. Peel my skin off. And we'll just peel all this off. Sorry, it's taking me a little while. Sorry, starting to cry just a little bit. I'm not impervious to onion crying. Whew. It's fine. Now all I'm going to do is cut it in half. Cut it in fourth. And then cut it in half again, and then I'd say those are perfectly good sized onion chunks. Maybe if you want to cut the bigger chunks in half once more, that's good. I'd say that's the best. I actually cut that into thirds. But I'd say pieces like this, pieces that size, generally like this, are what you're looking for. Just quickly, I'll double check on our oil temperature. We're getting there. We're at 140 right now. So I'll actually have plenty of time to. I put the heat up a little bit. It's at roughly medium to medium, little medium, medium high, roughly that range. Peel this off as well. The skin here. Whew. Still crying. That's fine. That's fine. Whew, boy. This is what we do for Philly cheesesteaks and fries. I've never made a Philly cheesesteak before. This is my first time. That in half, that in half again, because it's a bigger chunk, and then that's good. That in half, and that's greatly sized. This chunk's right here. Now we do it again. Joshua's recipe calls for 3 onions, but those are larger onions. I used 4 medium to small sized onions. My oil check, what are we at here? We're at roughly 180, 170, 180, 160 range. There we go. Let's keep our lid on, fan on, and keep on moving. Go. Now just one more onion after this. Pile there. That was easy to peel off, thankfully. That half, that quarters. Before I check on our oil temp, I'll just finish cutting up our onions. Oh, that's right. I was remembering a funny scene in a movie from this. I forget which Smurf movie it was, but it was when the evil wizard Gargamel tried to get information out of Papa Smurf. He used onions to make him cry, and then Papa Smurf went, "Oh no, onions!" And that's exactly what I'm going through right now. Oil temp is a solid 200. So we're heating up. We need to get around 370 to 375. We're not exactly, we're 370, 400, anywhere in that range. So we're not where we need to be right now, but we're gonna get there. Wouldn't want to put my finger in that. So now our onions are cut. This is great. We're still filming, which is good too, even though you haven't seen my face too much. Okay. Onion is cut. Napkins are removed. And life goes on. My oil temperature to heat, my oil heating temperature up a little bit. Now we'll do another check. Alright, we're roughly at 215, 213, anywhere in that range. So now that, while we wait for our oil to heat up, I'm going to continue telling you about the plan, what we're going to do. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take the fries in the water out of the fridge, and we're going to bring the bowl and place it right around here. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to take the fries with our hands out of the bowl and into the water. And onto the paper towel here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some more paper towels, which I will get in a second, and then I'm going to dry our fries and my hands very carefully, because water and oil do not mix. And if water and oil do mix, we're unfortunately going to have some splatters. And if we have some splatters, very bad things can and will happen. So we'll carefully dry those, and then we'll put them in the oil, and then we'll go from there. But for now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pause the video, and I'm going to get more paper towels to put my next part of my plan into action. So I'll see you guys in a couple of minutes.